Hello and welcome to my channel. I would have lipstick on my teeth. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sam and today I'm going to be talking about 5 Seconds of Summer, aka 5Sos, aka Ashton, Michael, Callum, and Luke, aka the dumbest band ever, but like, you know. Okay, so I have this little book full of a few things that I feel like I would have liked to know before going to Soundcheck. So I did go to their Soundcheck last year for their tour, and I went on August 4th to the show in Louisville at the KFC Yum Center. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share this with you guys because I know that some people have bought Soundcheck for their next tour, which I worked so much to save up the money to go again because it was literally like the best experience of my life. If you're going, you're gonna have a great time. If you're not going, don't give up. One day you will meet them or see them or something. I promise. Okay, so in my big book of 2 pages, like literally like 1.5, I'm just gonna kind of share with you guys what I think would have been useful and kind of just how it all goes. So, pre-concert. I bought my tickets literally like a year in advance to the day almost. We went on August 4th and I bought them August 3rd the year before, and they sold out very quickly. But by now, if you're watching this because you're going, you probably already have your Soundcheck tickets. You get like premium seating. We got front row, but not in the pit, right where in the middle section where Luke usually goes. They all kind of go there, but Luke stays in the middle the most, and it was really amazing. I've never been that close to anyone at any concert. It was so like amazing, and I just can't believe that we got those seats. Like, that was very lucky. One thing that a lot of people have been asking me, like on Twitter and stuff, they ask, you know, like when you get the email, because that was one thing that I was very stressed out about. I was like, because when you buy them, you don't get the ticket to print out at home, which is what I usually do. Like, I get my ticket, I print it off, I put it in a folder for a year, and I don't worry about it again. But with Soundcheck, you don't get it like that. You actually have to go get it at the venue when you go. So you get an email. They say you're gonna get it the week before. We got it 3 days before the concert. My friend at the end there was like freaking out, not good. So we got our email 3 days before, and we had initially kind of decided that we were gonna stay in a hotel the night before because the drive was about 2 to 3 hours, and Soundcheck, I think, starts at 4, and usually check-in for hotels isn't until 3. So we were like, that's not gonna work. So we stayed the night before, which was like the best idea ever. We actually had a lot of fun. The crew, 5Sos' crew, stayed in our hotel, and 5Sos wasn't there because they were still in Chicago, because apparently Chicago is more fun than Kentucky. Like, what? Okay, yeah. But that was cool. I got to take a picture with the tour bus. That's besides the point though. So basically we were gonna get to the venue at like 10 or 11. That's what we were planning because the doors don't open until 3:30, I believe, was when they opened. And so we woke up early and we actually ended up arriving at 9 a.m. and that was like perfect because there were probably about 10 people in front of us. Some people had even camped out. I don't think that camping out is necessary, but if you feel like you want that experience, go for it. I just, from my experience, I don't think it's really needed. 9 a.m. was perfect though. Any later than 9 a.m. I feel like I would have been a little bit disappointed because on their last tour, at least, there are people from Nabisco, you know, like Oreos and whatever, and winners get picked for this Nabisco drawing thing, and no matter if you've been waiting in line since 6 a.m., they get to go in front of you. And so even though we were at the very front and we would have gotten front row, we ended up getting second row because of those winners, which was fine. Second row was amazing. Like, oh my gosh, I'll get to that in a second. So we ended up making like really great friends in line. That's the best thing about concerts, I feel like, is you just meet so many awesome people that have like the same interests as you, which is really cool. the doors finally open. They let you in like 10 people at a time. Like it's not like a big rush of people. So they let you in, and then you go to this like these people, and you give them the credit card that you paid with. We gave our credit card to the guy, and then he gave us these little lanyards, and I'll go grab mine so you guys can see what it looks like, and the tickets as well. I'll be right back. So this is what the lanyard looks like. Beauty guru time. Is it gonna focus for me? Did it focus? Yes, queen. So basically it says Soundcheck Experience, 5 Seconds of Summer, no entry to venue without ticket, no backstage access. And then on the back, it just like says Soundcheck Experience a bunch. Come on, dude. This camera is supposed to be good. Like, can you please? But yeah, they're really cute. It's like a little good souvenir. You also get early access to the venue, so you get to buy merchandise first. Hi, cat. You want to come? No? Okay. My cat hates me. And then you get this ticket, which has fallen a bit. And this is our little fan project, and I actually helped pass these out. So we put them up during Long Way Home, and it was really cute. And I looked around and I was like, oh my gosh, I helped do that. It was kind of fun and exciting, and I felt like a productive human being, which doesn't happen often. So let's talk about actually getting into Soundcheck. So you basically wait in a line. They put you, so they split you up into like sections, and since we were some of the first people, were in the first section, so it was like, oh my god, we got to go right after the Nabisco people. And you wait in line for probably about like 30 minutes, because that's kind of how long it takes to get all the people in for Soundcheck, because there are quite a few people. I believe there were like 300 people, and that sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Honestly, all of them could see everyone. Like, that sounds crazy, but they would like say that, like Michael would be like, oh, that girl with the hair, I like you. Why are you not friends with that girl with that hair that looks similar to yours? And weird thing is, like, it's just weird that they like noticed people, and like they were just looking at people, and it was crazy. So we got to go in, we got second row, and I was probably, so they come out and they sang Long Way Home, and then they sit down to do the Q&A. So Ashton sat down first, and it was Michael, Luke, Callum, Ashton, and Michael and Luke were closest to me. Like, they were more in front of me than Callum and Ashton were. They were probably about, oh my gosh, I'm not good at measurements, but they had to have been like less than like 6 feet away, honestly, if I'm really thinking about it. It was just amazing. So basically there's a woman who goes around and answer, like, you have to raise your hand and she'll ask if you want to ask them a question. Only a few people get picked. I think probably like, I don't know. We ended up having like 10 people. Sorry, my air conditioning is going, so you can probably hear that. But if they like you, they will keep going, which sounds weird, but I've heard some sound checks get cut short because like someone asks a weird question and stuff like that, where with us, I think they really liked us because they were like, hey, let's like do a few more, and that was really exciting, because like my worst nightmare would be for them not to like us, because I don't know, they're just like your idols, and for them not to think you're amazing, like you think they're amazing, is kind of heartbreaking. So I was excited that they liked us, which was good. And you're not supposed to do this at all. They are very strict about phones and taking pictures, anything. They do not want you to have your phone out. So what I did, because I was like, I paid almost $200 for this, and I love these people, and I will not let this experience be taken away from me. So I pressed record video on my phone, and I put it in my purse. So I have all the audio for the whole sound check, and it is like amazing, and I'm so glad I did it. I don't know if they're gonna be more strict about it next time, but they didn't check my purse. I don't think that's, yeah, they didn't do that, so it was fine. And I have it, and if you guys want to hear any of it, just comment and I'll like try and put some of it up. I don't want to put the whole thing up just because it's kind of special and it's very long, but yeah, it was really cool. Ashton, I think he does this in every city. He always asks someone from the city, like, what the coolest thing to do in town is. He was the best person ever. And some people were saying that he was acting odd, and I was like, what the heck? No, he wasn't. You're acting odd. Don't even insult him, because Ashton's my favorite. Don't talk about it. Okay. And yeah, so after they did the Q&A, they got up and they sang She's Kinda Hot, which had literally come out the day before. It was brand new. It's really weird hearing them in Soundcheck, because there are still people, but it's like not a full arena. And it's just a different experience, and you kind of just, I don't know, it's so much more personal. You felt like connected to them. And there was one point in time, I'm going to swear this. Okay, I have actually a lot of people that I was with that like swear that they made eye contact with so many of them, and honestly, it is so not crazy out of the water. Does that make sense? Like it's so easy. I swear, if you go to Soundcheck, please try and tell me that you don't like make eye contact with them at one point, or they don't look at you, because they're just looking everywhere. Especially Luke, he just looks everywhere all the time. He doesn't really stay focused on one thing. But one part, oh God, I can't speak. I have so many thoughts. Like, I just want everyone to know everything. So at one point, some girl in the very back was asking a question. So everyone had their head turned around, and she like asked it, and she wasn't done yet. And I went like, psh, like flung my hair. And since Luke was like literally like 5 feet, 6 feet in front of me, he like noticed it, because my hair, if my hair is like curled or something, it whips. It's like Willow Smith. And he like glanced at me for like 2 seconds, and I was like, that was like the best 2 seconds of my life. Like, that sounds sad, but it was amazing. I was like, oh my God, you're a human. Like, you notice movement. You noticed that I moved. What? That was crazy. Okay. If you love them you'll understand, right? Some people are gonna be like, what the hell? This girl is crazy. So they played She's Kinda Hot. Then you are dismissed. So one thing that's kind of important to know, for our show at least, the last row was dismissed first. So if you are in the pit, you basically leave and then you get right back in line. So if you're going to be in the pit and then you're also doing sound check, I feel like it'd be good to kind of figure out if you're going to want to be closer for sound check or for pit. Because if you want to be closer for the actual concert, I would sit more towards the back, because you're going to get let out first. I don't know if they switched it up for every venue, but that's how ours was. And so some of my friends that were in pit, that were in like the second row with us, they got the very back of the line for pit, which I'm sure is still great, because some people that have pit don't even have sound check. But if you want that like right at the front spot, I would sit in the back of Soundcheck. Either way, you're going to have a good experience at the concert or Soundcheck. Just kind of figure out what you think you would want to do. Since me and my friend had seats already like picked, they were like real seats, and we left the venue, because then Hey Violet had to Soundcheck. And 5Sos does actually Soundcheck for like 30 seconds. They're like, this is the part where we actually had to check our instruments. It lasts like a minute, and then they actually start doing things. We got out, and by that time our phones were all just like dead. So we ran for an outlet, which you have to fight for, honestly. Like, we had to fight for an outlet. So we found some outlets, and our outlet happened to be right next to the KFC little booth thing. Go figure, it was the KFC Center. So we got some food while we were charging our phones, and then we got our merch, and it was just really fun. So we kind of sat there for like a while. I think we sat there for probably about an hour, which was great, because we had been sitting out in the hot sun for like 9 hours. But we finally got to get inside, and then they opened the doors for everyone else, and literally a roar. Like, I wish I had it on tape. It was like, you just hear like the whole building like shake and roar, and you're like, oh damn, here they come. And you feel so like prestigious. You're like, just like, I have my food and my charging phone, like just let me be, like my life is so hard. Why did I just do that? But so yeah, then eventually everyone else comes in, it's crazy shitstorm, and then you're allowed to go into the venue. So you go in the venue and you find your seat, obviously, and Hey Violet went on. They were pretty good. I didn't know much about them. I mean, I don't think anyone knew much about them because they were kind of brand new. I don't know, the experience, the concert, everything, just, it was literally the best day of my life, no exaggeration. Just the people we met and how it all went, it was so fun. And I don't know, if you guys have any questions that I missed, like anything that you think you would be interested in knowing before you go to your concert or just are curious about, comment below. And if you guys want me to put up some of my videos from like the front row, I can do that as well. And if you guys want to hear a little snippet of Soundcheck, I got you, girl or guy. So yeah, I also have a really cool Ariana Grande experience if you guys want to hear about that. If this was interesting to you, I feel like this is not going to be interesting at all. But I know that before I went to Soundcheck, I kind of was like researching and wanting to know everything so that I wasn't missing anything. I'm very like into that, like knowing exactly what's going on. So yeah, thanks for watching. This video is going to be so long. How long is this? I can't read that. It's gonna be long. But I hope you liked it, and if you did, please comment and tell me what you want me to do next. And if you're going to their concert, on their next tour, tell me, what day are you going? What seat do you have? What do you have soundcheck? Do you not? Are you sitting in nosebleeds? Are you sitting in the pit? Like, I wanna know everything. I feel so awkward. I don't know how to do this yet. Okay, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.